One, two, one, two, one, two. What's up, yo? It's Tone Starks in the building. You know what it is, nigga. It's Gully TV. We out here. Let's do what we do.
My man.
Yeah, once bro did his bid, you know what I'm saying? He came home and then, we just started chilling, you know what I'm saying? Hanging out and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, just grow a bond. And that was that, you know what I'm saying?
During the course of me and you having an encounter, highly publicized, everybody knew about it. It happened on Instagram. We had an exchange where me being Gully TV, I try to cover this hip hop shit from top to bottom. Somewhere along the lines, I was introduced to Sherm the Worm, and I interviewed him from prison. And a lot of people didn't approve of the interview. I had an exchange with you and I think Godfather from Mobb Deep, and I remember you saying that during that period that y'all was present, holding him down. Do you care to touch on that? Because you just told me you came through with the hammer and he took it from you.
Yeah.
Just briefly, please.
Yeah, so what that was, I was just disappointed in you, bro, because not on the interview with Sherm. Who was it that did an album? Was it Sherm that? No, it wasn't Sherm that did. It was somebody else. I bought that fucking album, you know what I'm saying? Like, I bought that. So, like, when they was going through that shit, I was still a fan of just the music that was coming out, you know what I'm saying? But one thing I was disappointed about was that when I saw you at P's funeral, you was basically paying homage to our brother. Yeah. Now, P was really a good friend of mine. So,
right.
like, I saw you there paying homage, but then I also saw you taking shots of P when he was dead. So, and I didn't see it because there was people like sending it to me like some way through Instagram. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, yo, but I saw, bro. So I basically was like, yo, I know this is what started. I jumped into your shit, your comments, right. And I said, you was at his funeral. I said that, and then you got way out of line, but that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? You get out of line with people. I've seen that.
I'm going to protect the brand and platform.
Yeah, but you also invite people to the Frank stand. So that, like, you didn't know nothing about me, so you probably thought I was just one of these, regular,
And I didn't know that I had met you. I didn't know you was the same guy.
Yeah, but and then I was like, all right, cool. I could hold on to that. You know what I'm saying? But look, niggas we not 33. We not 23. We grown men. So this is why I'm glad that we got the build, you know what I'm saying? We actually got the build before this, you know what I'm saying? And I felt better about it because, you know what I'm saying? It's like what people always expect is negative, right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we could go all the way with that. And it's like, for what? We do that for what? When it's like, we still got a path that we on. You know what I'm saying? You still got something you got to accomplish in life. I got something I got to accomplish in life. So I'm not going to go backwards. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's you touching my family. That's a different thing. But words sometimes can cause some shit. You know what I'm saying? But you can't feed into it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I did. And then, you eventually did the same thing. And then that was that. You know what I'm saying? But look, so much has changed for you and me.
Yeah.
Since then. Now, so to say, if we went all the way left with it, we wouldn't be here today.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
in rebuttal,
this is a blessing.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we did meet P at that time, and just like I'm gonna keep it sober. I hate funerals. You know what I'm saying? I actually went to M's Jananza. You know what I'm saying? I don't really go to funerals. So when I went to P shit, it was like that shit kind of like. Because I was at the P, I actually saw P with the family before, the funeral. You know what I'm saying? I went up to P's body and it was just like, it hurt me. It broke my heart. You know what I'm saying? See my brother like that and to know that he passed away and then like his, they didn't send my bro. I don't even,
in rebuttal,
yeah.
I have a Mobb Deep tattoo on my back forearm. Love them niggas. Had this tattoo for probably 20-some years. Love them niggas. Love the music. I would never overtly disrespect Prodigy, living or deceased. What I was saying, it probably was misconstrued. I said P was supposed to shoot one of them niggas. P, this is how I felt. Like, I'm just gonna say it. I said it then, and I'll say it during the course of this interview. I felt that a lot of those problems that was going on if he would have popped one of them niggas, it probably wouldn't have went as far as it did.
Yeah, I mean, when you really take it there, so this is the thing now, when you take it there, boom, that's, all right, you cross the line. All right. After you cross the line, though, is what you got to think about before you cross that line. Sometimes people just cross the line and then don't think about it. Now, if P did shoot any one of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't have been Prodigy who he was, because majority of everybody that go to prison don't never come back and bounce back. It's hard. If you lose a couple years, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. So
we've seen it happen.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I just think that P really needed his freedom and to just maneuver different at that time, because, you know, he was around a lot of gangsters, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, not saying he wasn't a gangster, but if you're an artist, then you're an artist. You can't be a gangster and an artist, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, pick one. And P chose to be an artist and tried to get involved with, you know, gangster stuff. And a lot of shit had happened, you know what I'm saying? Which I don't know about because I wasn't around, but you heard, and, you know, you fucking YouTube, the book, everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, so... yeah, it's a lot of shit. It's never no one side that's right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
being as though you had such a personal relationship with him, did the book cause a lot of problems?
hell yeah, it did. Hell yeah, it did. It probably felt good for him, but then later on, it probably didn't. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you also, you know, if you cool with someone, right? Just like how I was just talking, I said, yo, there's certain things that, you know, I could talk to you about. And there's certain things that we could talk on camera. Mm-hmm. You know, so, like, yeah. we spoke, and there's certain things that, you know, so, like, with P and with the book, he said a lot of shit that hurt a lot of people's feelings. So, yeah, you got to expect those people to want to come check you. I mean, that's just how I go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Say my name is something, I have to come see you as a man. You know what I'm saying? And then how that goes is going, that's just that. Now, I don't always necessarily want to bring guns involved, because once you bring guns involved, everything stops. So it's like, you just got to choose your battles. You know what I'm saying? You got to know who's who. So, like, if you know that's what they on, you got to be prepared to say, all right, cool. Everything that I'm doing, this shit is over with. I'm not fucking with that no more. I'm going over here full throttle, and we're going to go guns blazing, and we're going to war. Yeah. And that's what people should not do. You know what I'm saying? Right. You should not do, unless it involves your family. And that's a whole totally different story. But even words, man, sometimes just gotta let shit just play out, man. Let shit play out.
Okay. How far into your journey as an artist were you when Pete was living?
What you mean, like, as far as, like, where I'm at right now?
How far... You said initially you wasn't an MC.
Nah, I really wasn't.
Right?
Nah.
When you first came around, you came around with that thing.
Uh-huh.
So how far was your development as far as saying, I'm gonna do this too, when he was living?
So what I can say is that, that being young and, you know, basically before I had my first daughter, I was on, you know, dumb out time. And then you grow up a little bit, then I had my first kid, then I don't live for me no more, being that, you know, my mom's was taken from me at such an early age when I was 11, and my pops being kind of like into drugs and fucking off. I didn't want to have my kid grow up the same way I kind of grew up without having a father involved, you know what I'm saying? So I changed my life a little bit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I was still doing, you know, negative for positive, but I would say from that point, you know what I'm saying, and then being around P, you know, and then learning a little bit through P, and, you know, basically soaking in mad game from P, and which I was kind of like already doing because hip-hop was raising me. So I kind of was like on that type of shit, you know what I'm saying, knowing right from wrong, you know what the fuck you doing. So I kind of didn't want to always be wrong. I wanted to be a righteous person and always treat people, you know what I'm saying, how I should be treated. And if you don't treat me that way, then I'm falling back for you. That's it. Because what the fuck, I ain't gonna let you use me. You know, especially if you ain't using me in a good way where I could use you back and benefit me too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, from that point, bro, from being in the street and, you know, being around P, and then P telling me to take rap serious, and, you know, from that point up until now, shit, man, I don't know too many motherfuckers And if you are, salute. But I don't know too many motherfuckers that's independently, you know what I'm saying, not signed to nobody, doing the shit I'm doing. And I'm not even trying to like be cocky or nothing. Like, I'm super humble. But I done changed my life for the better. I'm doing what I wanted to do. And basically spreading word and giving out good music with some positivity in it, with some gems, you know what I'm saying? Like, my music, you know, if you listen to it now, in the past, yeah, I was talking about that shit, and I'll talk about it now a little bit, but I'm also grown with it, so I want to make music that you can listen to in the morning compared to listening to me at 10:30, 9 at night, 11 at night, 2 in the morning. Nah, I want you to listen to me when you're about to go to work now, you know what I'm saying? So, like, my music just a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's just a little bit more mature and me growing up, you know what I'm saying? But life has changed for the better, bro, doing this, this music shit independently.
Did y'all get a chance to record together?
Me and P?
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah, we did. Like, so when I was doing my first project, when P said, yo, I think you should do a project, like, that's the only reason why Lord Talk Volume 1 actually came out. And I met God Bless, the producer. It's fully produced by God Bless. I met him through Instagram. He's from Chicago, but he was living in Atlanta at the time. Mm-hmm. So I let P hear his beats, and P was like, yo, you found somebody that you could fuck with, like, he got it, fuck with him. So I'm like, all right, bet. So now I already had met Conway, you know what I'm saying, and West through P, whatever. So I hit up Con, and I was like, yo, bro, I need you on this joint. So Con jumped on one, on my first album, and I was like, all right, bet, I got Con. Now let's see, let's see what, if P gonna get on here. I didn't even ask P, so I'm recording, and P comes to the studio in Brooklyn, and my man, crazy, his name is Gully Gill.
Okay, shout out to Gully Gill.
Shout out to my nigga Gill. Yeah, so we go to Gill's spot and we recording, and P calls me. I told him P pulls up and he's listening to one, and he's like, yo, load that up. He tell me, I'm like, oh shit, P about to go off. You know what I'm saying? So it got me hyped now, because I'm like, all right, cool. Now, this is somebody I looked up to as just a fan of hip hop, and then wound up, being brothers with the homie, and now he about to, record one of my songs. So P dumped the verse right there, and then I did another verse, and he wound up talking. He talked on one of the joints, and I just like, yo, I'm out of here. I ain't even recording no more. Like, I just feel, I'm good. Like,
yeah,
Pete.
Hell yeah.
So after that, and it was kind of cool too, because Gil met P that night. So I actually introduced, Gil to P, and then there was multiple times where Gil was around with P. So like, I was never one of those guys where if you meet someone, you feel like you got to keep them away from everybody. Man, I treat everybody regular. P was, I was a fan of his music, but he's still a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all men first. So when I had P around all the homies, like even Lower East Side and Rockaway, like, I took P to the projects. You know what I'm saying? He was in Edgemere. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bino, shout out to Viking. You know what I'm saying? My cousin. He shot a video out there with Bino. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Damn. Yeah, some good, I got some good memories, man, with P, and just, coming up in the beginning of this rap shit, man, because I didn't know I was going to be who I am today, you know what I'm saying? And, some people don't even know me, and that's fine too, because I'm not in this shit to be famous, you know what I'm saying? I'm in this shit to be successful for my family and be able to be a better provider than I was when I was out there doing negative, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just, grateful and blessed, and we starting the new year for all right.
We need an online push. Gully TV Media, East Coast, West Coast, down south, uptown, downtown, Switzerland, the hottest in the business. Underground MCs. Need a push? Gully TV. Published authors. You need a push? Gully TV. Your daily online source of hip-hop, sports, and fashion. The email is below. GullyTVBoss@gmail.com. Hit me up, I'll be there.